Okay. Mic check. Oh, we on? Look. Tag City all day. Look. What's that city coming out the west side? Coming out the west side. That's Tag Town living at the top of I-5. At the top of I-5. My blood, my sweat, my tears don't lie. My tears don't lie. Man, I'm coming out of a city called Tacoma. It ain't over until the whole city golden.
Cool.
What are we talking about?
Today's episode is going to be about, are you an asshole? Yeah, are you an asshole? I would love to define what an asshole is with you.
Okay. What do you think it is?
I defined asshole as somebody who likes to drill and drill and drill for information.
And then doesn't apply?
And does not apply.
Oh, that shit drives me fucking nuts.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
The title I thought would be a good one too.
Because I think we've actually discussed that topic before. How people just they ask for knowledge, and you give them that knowledge, give them that time, and then you literally watch them and they don't apply any of it.
It's I call them, well, there's a vampire.
Oh yeah,
information vampire, an
yeah.
asshole. You could call it. But yeah, no. Basically, asking yourself, if you're the guy or girl, whatever, going around, pestering the people, and it's not pestering if you're applying the information you're receiving. But these people have spent, some of them, decades.
Yeah.
In here paying their dues to learn what they've learned, and then to have some, person come up and ask questions day in and day out,
yeah,
and take up your time off the floor. You're hoping that they're going to apply it.
You would like to think that would be the case, and then you see them like a week later, and it's the same old shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on a lighter side of things, a lot of cool stuff happening in both of our lives, even amidst all this crap with
chaos.
With the COVID shit. What's newest in yours? I wanted to talk about your beard oil a little bit. I know I'm jumping the gun here. I don't really care. I love it. I put it on this morning. I can still smell it on my beard right now. So what is all this stuff? You got 3 different products here.
Well, we initially started this, so obviously I'll show it, but I've been growing this thing for a long time, and so I've done ambassador stuff for a lot of beard companies, and I'm kind of one of those people that I don't like to promote things that I don't believe in.
Right.
And a lot of these larger companies produce these products. They come up with these products and then they ship it out to China to mass produce, and it winds up being garbage.
Right.
And so I just got to the point. These companies were making money off my back and my image, and that's really kind of, and then I'd get a free bottle of beard oil, and,
right?
Some beard balm, and that was like, here you go, thank you for your time.
Right.
And so my wife and I, she's the mad scientist behind all of this. I'm just the
test bunny?
No, I'm the pretty face.
Oh, the pretty face. I'll take that.
Yeah. And so she came up. She did all the research. Yep. Came up, and then we did test it on myself. And
so it was tested on an animal.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
But you're not harmed. You look fine.
Yeah, it came out okay. I still
shouldn't be getting any phone calls from
no.
PETA.
No. And I wanted to provide. I believe in the product that I put out.
Yeah, of course.
Well, let me rephrase that. I believe in the product that my wife puts out, because she really does. She's the one that does all the work. And this is kind of where we're at. Well, we launched it in February of last year, and then COVID hit. And that just kind of, like, we started off, and then it just kind of crushed it, like it did for a lot of people.
So I've got a question, a layman question. I think a lot of people are sitting there thinking, if you're like me, how long did it take you to grow to where you're at now? Like, how long has it?
I'm like 6.5 years in.
6.5 years.
And I have a lot of people that ask, like, what's the secret behind growing a beard? And I've never trimmed it, and I just treat it like a head of hair.
Gotcha.
Diet plays a role in beard growth.
Absolutely. Vitamins.
Training. Testosterone levels being a little bit higher, that promotes growth, and patience.
Right.
So what a lot of people don't understand is genetics play a role in how your beard grows. So a lot of people's beards will stall out, and then they call that terminal length or terminal growth.
And I'm sure there's
that makes me feel bad when people ask,
yeah.
like, what can I do to get my beard as long as yours? And it's been stuck like this, and I've been growing it for 4 years. And
I see a commercial.
Yeah, I'm just like, hey man, I hate to break it to you, but that's probably where you're at, dude.
Yeah,
and
I could see some funny beard memes being made out of that.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about
that. Yeah, I've been on the.
So in 6 years of growing the beard, at what point, like at what length or what year did you say, oh, I think this is worthy. I think I need to invest in myself and start.
Probably year 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
So I actually started out with a goatee.
Okay.
And my wife can attest to this. I went through some ugly phases. Like, she was like, I don't want to be seen in public with you. That thing is hideous. But what a lot of people don't know is your chin hair grows slower than the outside. So, and I just got to the point where it all caught up, and now it all runs even.
Right.
But you'll see a lot of people when they grow their beards out, the sides kind of hang out lower, and it kind of boxes off at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And that's because your chin hair grows a little bit slower.
That's why.
So
there you go.
I had like 3 or 4 inches of goatee before I started growing the sides. And
yeah.
So you could imagine it was just this big bushy on the side, and then I had this big drop in the middle.
And that has to do with genes too. So I mean, genes are so important. And you know, with you, what was your bloodlines or what?
There's some Scandinavian, some Irish, Germanic.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I always say Puerto Rican, but I'm not Puerto Rican.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm German, Norwegian, Irish, and Russian. A little bit of every little European mutt. But no, I've never really tried to go that hard in the paint with my beard. But at 2.5 to 3 years in, how long was it?
Oh.
Notch.
I was probably notch 3.
Notch 3.
Yeah.
Notch 3. And each one of those notches for the guests, I mean, that's probably a good 3 inches notch, every one of those.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So have you measured it now? How long is it?
Honestly, I haven't measured it. Probably a year.
Damn near down to your belt buckle.
Yeah, it's down. It's down there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I have no intention of cutting it.
So where are you going to be selling your product? What's the goal with the products, and where are we going with them? Are we going to Shopify? Are we going? What are we doing?
So we do have an online store.
Yeah.
And maybe we could put a link to that to the podcast. And then we can do local drop off and pickup in Pierce County.
Okay.
But it's the Modern Day Vikings Beard Care.
The Modern Day Vikings
Beardcare.com.
Okay.
That'll get you to the website. We are on Etsy too, because we put it on Etsy before we launched the site back up, just so people have access to it.
How did it do on Etsy? How's it doing on there?
It's doing okay.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I mean, for the amount of time and effort you're putting into it, I mean, obviously, when you start to go full scale, this thing, it's gonna.
It'll do a lot better. Like I said, we launched it right when COVID hit, and the beard care market's super saturated. You know, just like the supplement market's super saturated. So you want to try to build something that sticks out.
Right.
So I'm super confident in my product.
Yeah.
And I know that nobody will be disappointed in that product.
No, and on top of it, you built an image that doesn't. You know, here's the thing. Like, there's a lot of things that say commitment about a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You got the tats. You're committed. You know what I mean. The beard, that took a long time to do. The body speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You can't fake the 6-7 meals a day in the training.
No, man. Yeah.
Well, that's great, man. I mean, I'm wearing the beard oil today, and I put it on for the shoot this weekend too for Alex when I was shooting the GStandard.
Glistened you up.
Yeah.
The one thing I do want to talk about with this, so we do beard detangler.
Yeah.
And obviously we created that for me because I have a beard that's longer than most women's hair.
Right.
And when you're brushing that thing out, the brushes like to bind up in it just like a head of hair. And so my wife actually created that, and it has argan oil and other hydrating products in it.
So this is the Detangler.
Yeah, it's amazing, and there's not really any other companies out there that do that. Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've seen any other company do a beard detangler.
I've never heard of it yet, so I think you're onto something. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Detangler. I'm not there yet, Chris, but
we're gonna get you there.
My little scruff. I don't think my wife would be opposed to me growing a beard. I don't know. It's a lot of maintenance, and I noticed that eating eggs.
It's a mess, man.
It's just
and rice.
Yeah, you got to be committed to have a beard like that.
Yeah, it's a mess.
I wear it, and then I can't get it out. I get the egg yolk in there, and I'm too sloppy of an eater.
That's what scrambled eggs, man. Keep the yolk out.
Keep them scrambled. You got to change the way I eat eggs to have a beard. That's okay. I don't mind. So we've got the beard balm I noticed. And what's this do? Is this for a shine or is it a finish touch? Or
A lot of people use it for hold. So like if
Gotcha.
if your beard's
to
a little bit
shape it.
longer, yeah, and it gets out of control, that kind of brings it into place and locks it in.
And you don't use any like flat irons or
Nothing. No.
Nothing. You just keep it all natural.
No, if you talk to females and they talk about flat irons and the damage that it can do to their hair, it would do the same to your beard.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, cool. What else is new, man? I mean, you're out. Are you back to deadlifting now? I know earlier in the season we had a little bit of a hiccup with a little.
So if you want to call that, no, that was a full blown.
Was it a full blown?
That was a full blown lat tear. I'll have to show you some pictures of the bruising.
Okay.
It was pretty bad.
Was it?
It was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking it easy and focusing more on growth right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just.
What was that you were pulling that day? Because you were
765 off a deficit, and it moved really quick. And apparently my lat. Well, remember we talked about it. I trained rear delts the day before, and I felt like maybe the tissue was softened up, and I didn't give that part time to recover, which was such a rookie move on my part. I should know better.
Dude, yeah.
I was just so amped to pull, and numbers were on the rise at that point, and then that happened, and that's usually how it goes when things are going well.
Yeah.
A truck hits you, and then
it was moving though. I was there.
it moved so quick.
765 from a deficit. You don't see that too often. In fact, I don't see that in this gym ever. It's been you, and I think there is an impressive kid in here that
I've
does
seen
a
him.
sumo style. You see that?
I've seen him. He's
What
strong.
did he pull? Was last one? I want to say it was
like
six
650.
something.
I think it was like 655 or something for a triple.
It was decent.
Yeah, the kid's strong.
That sumo style looks like cheating to me. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, but
I know it's not, but I'm just saying it looks like it.
It's just people utilizing their leverages to their advantage.
It really is. Yeah. I can
Me,
tell.
I just don't have the hip mobility or the want to pull.
I'm not
sumo.
really sure that I have the hip mobility either, but what was the last thing I did that little video just for the page for motivation for people, and I was just like,
it was over 600.
yeah, 630 something, 635.
Was it 6 plates and a quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 635.
And then I think you had those big collar things on there, or like 11.
646.
So 646.
Yep.
So yeah, fun times. I've been just kind of staying in the higher rep ranges. With
I'm
deadlifts
doing the
right
same
now.
thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to build the thickness in my back because
Yep.
I basically want to get back up to weight. I want to get it back up to where I'm like, I look like I could compete about 6 weeks out. Look.
Yep.
That'd be nice. About 305, and then.
What's in the future?
Well, in the future is to run around this godforsaken nation. Hopefully everything gets straightened out here. So, no, what we're trying to do is we're going to be visiting several different gyms. We're going to be getting into Metroflex, both LBC, Murrieta,
Yep.
in California. Go say hi to Ryan and all my friends down in LBC. We are also headed to Denver, Armbrust Pro Gym.
Okay.
That would be Dylan Armbrust. He just built a new supplement shop. Totally renovated the entire original area that he had there with a smoothie bar sub shop. Did a very modern look to it.
Cool.
So we're gonna go in there, and then also out on the East Coast in Miami, I've got Angel Banya who owns Elevation Miami.
Okay.
And Elevation Fitness, and it's a brand new facility, huge, like really posh, over the top with everything. Pretty exciting. I can't wait to go down there and check it out because my gym's anything but amenities. It's the necessities.
Yeah, it's the shit you need to work.
Yeah, but I mean, essentially, what I want to do is I want to visit all these other gyms and introduce the product to the customers and the people that are interested and waiting for me to come around and make my rounds. So I'm going to be taking a few followers with me that want to be ambassadors, have them train with me on camera. We're going to give them some really nice swag product, have them try it on camera and get their feedback, and then turn them into ambassadors so that when we leave, we have somebody there that's
Can represent you.
Yeah, exactly. We have some great representatives out there in all those different states, and we're hoping to grow. Obviously, we've got lots of friends out throughout the United States, but I think those are my first 3 main targets to hit, like probably this summer.
Cool.
Yep.
What about competing?
Competing, Chris would bring that up. I'm
people wanna
considering
know,
it.
man.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm considering it sincerely. That's why my goal right now is to get the meals back up to 6 meals a day. My boy Justin Compton and I have been talking for quite a while now.
Yep.
It really just matters on whether if I can get it all. When I say get it all, I mean all of my meals and supplementation and waking up on time, going to bed on time.
Life's got to be dialed in.
Yeah,
to do
man.
that,
And
man.
it's right now is like a great time to do that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to juggle a lot of things at once. I just got married. So Kayla and I have been...
Shout out to Kayla.
Yeah, shout out my wifey, Kayla. She's sitting behind the scenes low-key today. We're going to definitely bring Kayla on, too. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but we're definitely going to bring her on for a girls segment because I know the girls need a voice, and we want you to have a voice. And we definitely want to talk about some of the things in here that I know women are concerned with when they call on the phone. It's typically the same few questions. It's like, the one question that I get predominantly amongst everybody, men and women, is, when are the popular times in the gym, because they're trying to avoid it.
Of course.
Yeah, because, typically corporate gyms have created this really crappy environment where there's no police, there's no sheriff in there, running things. So it's just kind of left up to the devices of the whoever wants to be, the jerk in the gym that day. So I'm not going to ever let that happen to my gym. So I think we've set the tone here really well that people don't have to worry about that. They can come in here during the most popular times. They're the most electrifying and beneficial times because there's so many people around to spot.
Knowledge.
Yeah. As long as you're not an asshole.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
Oh, let's talk about that. We were talking about that earlier.
No, heed the advice and beware. It's not free advice, really. I mean, it came at a cost. So
a lot of time and investment.
Yeah. And the things that you're getting, you're receiving. I mean, that's the way I used to get my information. Just
For
like,
sure.
Right? I
Yeah,
mean,
100%.
Before the internet, before anything, before Instagram, it was you go talk to the biggest dudes in the gym, and that's how you got your information. And you can kind of sift through it and find out what makes it tick for you.
Yeah, got to adapt that knowledge to what works for you for sure.
Obviously, there's the basics work for most everybody, but
compound movements.
Yeah.
Man.
But there's so much information out there, and even today, I mean, I don't really know if we're any further ahead. I mean, I know we are because there's a lot of kids that take the information and do something with it.
Yeah.
And we're seeing younger and younger pros these days.
Yeah.
And these generation of kids that are growing with the internet, they can literally jump on and learn how to do a proper bench press, a proper squat, a proper everything, and don't even really need a coach right out the gate.
I was talking about that with my dad. So my dad still trains. He's almost 65 years old.
Really?
And he's stuck in that old school nutrition mentality, like a gram and a half of protein per. And I told him, I said, that's crazy. I'd be eating 450 grams of protein a day, and I'm not doing that. And so he was asking for some nutrition advice last time he was up here. And so I kind of led him in the right direction. And then he went home and put those macros into a calculator. Well, that's only 215 grams of protein. I need more than that. And then he started talking to me about, I need to add some protein powder. And I said, you don't need protein powder. You need whole food. Your body responds to whole food substantially better than we've talked about that a million times. And he's like, well, back in my day, and he went on that tangent about a gram and a half of protein per pound of body weight. And I said, you don't, just listen to what I say, do it, and you'll be fine. But he wanted to, because he's from that old school.
And a lot of those guys actually got that kind of confused. There was a lot of every time that somebody mentions that, I have to correct them because they say total weight or total body mass, whatever. It's actually
lean body mass,
lean
right?
body mass. So, and even then, like, some guys get that wrong and overshoot by a long shot. But what that means is basically, guys, for all you out there listening, like, we all carry a certain amount of body fat. You can get tested for that with calipers, or the best way is the hydrostatic way, and get dunked. But that's to find out how much of your body is fat, right, and how much of it is lean tissue. Well, once you've got that number, you can do the math and take your lean body mass versus however many grams of protein you want to take in per pound of lean body mass. And if you got a 180-pound person, they don't need much more than 180 grams of protein to sustain that 180 pounds. But now if you want to go up and above and beyond that, you really don't even need to go. The most that I take anybody up is to 1.25 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass.
Yeah, because I'm 290 right now, and I think we're at like 320 grams.
That's perfect. I mean, you're just a little bit over. It gives you just enough room to grow, and not so much that you're shitting your pants. All day long, which is a bad deal, man. I mean, we've all experienced it. You eat too much, you listen to the wrong advice.
Feel like shit.
Yeah, you feel like shit. You usually have bad reaction with the gut, and stuff like that. So I got away from all that and started eating more balanced. And once I started to realize that everything's got a purpose and everything's, you know what I mean? There's like the people that still eat the chicken, rice, broccoli thing. Like,
we were just talking to somebody about that.
I know.
It's mind-boggling. We were talking about how hungry we were, and as soon as we heard his meal, we were nope. But chicken and rice, you can eat that for sure. But it can't be every meal.
And it can't be more than I can't see anybody wanting to do that more than twice a day.
But there's so many people out there.
I've
chicken and rice,
done it.
chicken and rice,
Yeah.
chicken and rice.
Yeah.
How many times are you doing that? 5 times a day?
Yeah, so how many grams of fat are you getting? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, as if that's not important.
Yeah.
So yeah, making sure that the carbs, fats, and proteins are balanced. I kind of got, once I figured that out, it kind of unlocked basically the easy life, because slamming 400 and some odd grams of protein is arduous. I can't explain it. It is literally like chewing on cardboard all day.
It's miserable.
It's miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, eating that much protein. And I have done it.
As have I.
I mean, when I was with Chris Aceto, I wasn't getting much carbs, so I was able to smash it. But there was definitely times like down to the last 3-4 weeks before a show. I remember Chris had me eating like literally a whole pound of steak at one meal. Sit down and eat 16 ounces like it was nobody's business.
Yeah.
And I didn't even look twice. I just smash it.
Yeah.
With some greens. I had a little bit of greens at the
Yeah.
end of the night. But that's hardcore bodybuilding crap.
Yeah.
It's so other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These people that want to be in shape and stuff nowadays, they just do like I did, make the switch to balance. Like, if anytime you take away a macronutrient, whether it be fat, or a carb or protein, whatever, your body's eventually going to crave it to the point you're going to crack and eat it anyway. So
Yes.
don't test yourself. Like, learn balance and contact us here at GStandard Nutrition. That's what we do.
There was something I was listening to the other day that literally spoke on that. Your body will tell you what it actually needs.
Oh, there's a true story about there's a survival story that I share with a lot of people. It's about this guy this is a true story. Guy was out at sea, and he had one of those life rafts, and he was fishing for himself and everything. Well, when he would catch the fish, he noticed after he was so starving, he went for the most his body actually told him to go for the most calorie dense portion of the fish, which, I'd take a guess on what part of the fish. I mean, these fish are coming out of the water. What's the first thing he goes for?
Probably the meat of the belly, right?
See, I would think because bears attack the back and the neck of a salmon,
Of course.
you would think it would be there, right?
Yeah.
This dude ate the eyeballs first.
Probably the most nutrient dense,
The most
right?
nutrient fat. It was the most fat,
Yeah.
is what they said, because these are whitefish that we were dealing with.
Yeah.
And the whitefish don't yield any fat.
Correct.
So he went for the eyeball, and that was like his thing.
And that was his mind, like his body told him to do that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, instinctively went for the eyeballs. I thought that was
Because that would be like the last thing you would think about when you're gonna eat a fish.
Exactly.
So.
It's like, well, but
Survival.
Survival, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a healthy point. Going back to your body will tell you. I mean, that's why I ask people, like, when I'm doing their nutrition, I'll ask them, like, full disclosure, don't hold back. If it's pizza you're craving, tell me it's pizza, because if it is, then I can make a clear distinction on pretty quickly whether it's carbs and fats or one or the other.
Correct.
And I can ask you, by a little elimination question.
Yeah, because that's what he was talking about, how like when you eat shit, you're not giving your body what it needs, and so you'll just continuously pile on shit after shit, because your body's just not getting what it needs, and it's still telling you you're hungry.
Right.
And that's why you'll binge on junk food.
Yeah, I love hearing well, I don't eat enough to get fat. Well, actually, it's you're in the reverse there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear a lot of I hear this a lot too, and it bothers me, because to me it sounds counterproductive. Eat less, move more. I don't like that, and I'll tell you why I don't like that, because I don't think that a lot of people are eating so much as they're eating at the wrong times, and they're eating in surplus at the wrong times, and they're not eating often enough.
Correct.
They're not portioning everything out. I truly believe that we can take a 5,000 calorie fast food meal, spread it out over the day, and get a better result.
Yeah. Well, I know when I switched over to you in controlling my food, I have more food now. When I started out, I think it was 307 or 308,
Okay.
and I've dropped 20 pounds, but I've grown in that time.
And you're eating substantially more food.
Seven meals a day.
7 meals a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to wake up pretty early to get that done,
Yeah.
but my day starts early, so I make it work.
And you get up at what time now?
On training days during my work week is 2:15.
2:15.
Like my sleep-in's 3:45 on non-training days.
So you're crashing at what time?
7:30.
7:30.
In bed at 7:30.
Wow. I sometimes go to bed on accident at 7:30. I'll be on the couch with my wife watching whatever, Disney, whatever.
Yeah.
And 7:30, 8 o'clock rolls around. I'm snoring.
Yeah. Well, people ask why I train that early, and that's, I've got a wife and kids, and they're priority number one.
Right.
So I make that sacrifice, wake up that early to get it in and get it done. So
Hear that, guys? No excuses.
yeah.
No excuses, man. I know that's right. There's so many men out there that do what we do, that have full-blown families and full-blown,
Yeah.
jobs.
And I work a
So,
physical job. Like I go train and then I work an extremely physical job for 8 hours a day, and then, yeah.
no doubt about it.
People say they're too tired to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heart thing. I think it's a passion thing. I think those that get up and do without having to be told or without having to be motivated, that's another thing we need to talk about. One of these, motivation.
Yeah.
Like these people that talk about, I don't have, where do you find your motivation? Where do you find your motivation? I'm like, to be honest with you, man, I found my motivation in just the process and watching the results happen, and a very simple thought process of, man, I can eat this and put my body under this much stress for this amount of time, and this happens. Like I can control. In other words, I can control the way I look by how I eat and what I pick up and put down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That fascinated me. That was enough motivation for me to, literally proverbial pick up the ball and run.
Yeah. My I mean, this is what keeps me sane, and we've talked about that in the last podcast, is training's what keeps me level.
Mm-hmm.
And keeps me from blowing up, and keeps me centered. So that's my constant, outside of my family, training's my constant. So, and I feel like training's a fairly positive constant. So
absolutely, and it's an outlet, right? I mean, physical, emotional outlet. Some people come to the gym for, I think most everybody comes here for a certain type of therapy.
Oh, 100%.
Right. I mean, for me, it's helped me in every asset of life. I've come to the gym when I'm happy. I've come to the gym wanting to work through something. I need to, what does Mark Bell say? Train through it, no matter what it is. That's like his thing now. He just says train through it.
Yeah.
I did that back in the day. I got out of a relationship and I would bury myself in the gym. Yep. And I would just say, forget the outside world.
Yeah. I have this. So, yeah.
It was something to focus on. That can be healthy for a while. To an extent.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what was sad with the current state of things. A lot of people lost that. So you stayed open and gave a lot of people that space that they needed.
And on that, those people that were calling, I would have grown men calling me, crying, getting emotional because they're on lockdown.
Yeah.
Against their will.
Yeah.
They don't want to be there. And no human contact, no outlet for physical. It's just, I watch guys literally cry in front of me on the phone. That's not okay.
No,
that's not okay.
It's not, and it's mind-boggling that this is one of the things
in America.
It's
really blowing my mind. But thank God, thank God we were able to.
You only got harassed a few times too.
Yeah,
I was here for one of them.
Yeah, I got harassed. Yeah, you were here. I wasn't here for that.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for that. Probably a good thing I wasn't here for that.
But we won't delve too deep into that because that interaction was not super positive.
No, But we've been anything but quiet.
Yeah.
Like anything but quiet. I think I've made it very, very clear that I know my rights.
Yeah.
And this gym will stay open regardless. I don't care what.
I have shown up at 3:30 and you hear thump at the base from the parking lot at 3:30, but.
We're stuck back in the in an 8,000 square foot no visual from the outside world basically.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little spot to come and do your thing and get your therapy in and talk to your people if you need to.
Yeah.
We actually just built a new entertainment room.
I saw that.
Yeah, the entertainment room is great. We've got guys that need to sit down and work on their computers, do their homework, and
not out on the floor.
Not out on the floor. Not on my bench presses. Not in my squat racks.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Yeah. So we got the entertainment room, which we're gonna. I mean, the goal with that for me was just to put a couple of big, god awful 86-inch flat screens up there and a PS5, and we can game and relax afterwards and eat.
You're building a posing room on the other side, right?
The posing room I'm really excited about because we're going to be able to get more, competitors in here and start. Because I know there's a demand for it. It's not a huge demand, but there's demand for it.
I mean, there is.
There's quite a few people that have come up to me in the last few months wondering, if I'll be having a posing class, and I will, and I'll be teaching that. I had somebody just ask me the other day if I was able to help with females and coaching them on how to pose, and the answer is yes, I do. I'd have to have quite a few girls to run a class, and then at which point I would probably bring in somebody that I trust
to do it. Yeah.
Quite honestly, I'd rather work with the guys on the bodybuilding aspect of it. I'll work with nutrition with anybody. But the posing, can I do it? Yes. I'd rather turn it over to, like, I know Hannah could probably do the physique.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll just have to recruit somebody for the figure because I know how to do that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want that responsibility on my hands. But the nutrition, bring it on, baby. We'll do the nutrition. We'll get you ready.
Let's hop back around to what we were talking about, the ass hole.
I love it.
We just touched on that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, tee off on that one. Go for it. Yeah, because I know that one's just been ever since day one. Like, there's people that are out there that are emotional vampires, right? Yeah. They'll leech onto you, latch onto you, and talk. With the ass holes, it's more like, it is what it says it is. It's just like somebody that just cannot apply but keeps asking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My time's valuable.
Yeah.
I don't have that much. We were talking about earlier. I spend an hour and 15 minutes in the gym at most, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
And
trying to maximize that time.
Yeah. I have no issue passing on knowledge, and I'll take my time to help you, but at least, show me the respect and apply some of it, at least when I'm around.
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice to see you do something the way I asked you just to do it if you just asked me how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the bar thing, that's another thing. I was coming up with some great ideas this morning while I was in the shower about the bar, by the way. I was thinking about, like, anytime we do a goodie, like a new member, I want to do like a little goodie grab bag with a couple of cool things in there. Yeah. Like, do a sample of CBD Black for post-workout, do a sample of Go Red for pre-workout, and then do like a little flyer, like a welcome flyer, and then the bars on
Yeah, that's a good idea. We did that video. I don't know why
we can repost it on the story every day if I have to.
I think we just, like we talked about before, is sending it to when they sign up, get an email from them, and send that to them.
Yeah, just a little reminder that here's the bars, the specialty bars, what they're used for.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they can't say that they weren't told.
Yeah. Did you have any experiences lately with any ass holes?
No.
We're clear?
No, because I train so early in the morning.
You got nobody.
It's the same people over and over again.
Yeah.
Occasionally you'll see a new person in here, and like we've talked about before, one of the things I love the most is when they ask for advice, and then you see them apply it, and then it just clicks in their head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Especially with deadlifting and squatting.
Yeah.
It just, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Those are the ones that want to learn, though. I've seen I'm talking about the stubborn mule, the one that just asks and asks and asks.
I haven't had that much in here, to be honest.
I've seen it in here. I just had it in here recently, and then I had it in my last location a couple times. One in particular was so bad that this person would come to me, ask me to write them a nutrition program, pay me the money for it. That was another thing that got me, is he was paying me for it, and he was paying these other people too. But he would pay me to write a nutrition program because one month he would want to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And then next month he wanted to be a powerlifter. Yeah. And what it was is that he couldn't stick to anything.
Yeah.
So he just kept switching it, and but the thing was that when he would move from coach to coach, he would talk trash about the coach prior.
Yeah, he couldn't give me what I wanted.
He couldn't give me what I wanted. Because, So that's what I'm talking. Those are the ones that are really frustrating.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I don't even want to associate with.
Yeah. But
you can spot them. They usually, mosey around the gym out there and hit every big guy up for information on something, and then.
But then you got some big guys in here that have no business passing on information to other people.
Mm-hmm. No, there's a lot of people in here with, we see this in a lot of gyms too. You see guys with great genetics. They don't know why they look as big as they do. They touch a weight or walk by, some plate of food and they grow.
Yeah.
And then they start handing out information like they're a coach.
Yeah.
Like they know what they're doing. So make sure you check somebody's pedigree before you.
Yeah, handing out injuries, man.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, like CrossFit. Let's trash that real quick. Like Stan Efferding was telling me, I don't remember what year it was. I want to say it was like 15 or 18. I can't remember. It was 2015, 2018. I'm sure we could look it up real quick. I wish we had Joe Rogan's ability. We could check this out.
Yeah.
But the CrossFit Games, one of those years, I think it was 15, they had it was 32 pec tears in one event for the CrossFit Games.
Which is insane.
I've never heard of that in any sport in my entire life.
No.
And those are career-ending injuries. That means 32 people ended their career that day.
Yep. I've torn a pec before.
Go CrossFit.
Yeah. You're a hater.
I'm such a hater. I hate that. I hate that thing so much, that program. It was designed specifically, like everything else, for a certain type of person. Mm-hmm. And they tried to modernize it and make it for everybody, and they did a great job of marketing.
Yeah.
They sure did. They also did a great job of hurting a lot of people because back in 2000 and whatever it was that it came out, like 8 or 9 or whatever, wasn't it 8? Not about right?
Yeah.
That's about the neighborhood. about 2008 or so, the emergency room visits at Harborview, directly related to CrossFit, went up 40% in triage. That's a fact.
That's insane.
That's a fact. That's a scary fact.
Yeah.
You should never pride yourself. The last time I checked, fitness was about longevity and health.
Yeah.
And here you are priding yourself. And I hear them. They're goofballs. They'll literally make fun of the fact that they're injured. They'll oh yeah, I tore this doing that. Oh,
I've literally
I'm
never.
a savage.
I've literally never laughed at any of my injuries.
It's been 100% detrimental and depressing. Anytime I've had a twinge, a tweak, anything. I'm
Yeah.
like, ah. You know, but these guys.
Oh, you were there when I tore that lat.
Yeah.
I was so bummed. Yeah.
That's a rare one though. That's rare. And so is your weight though. The weight you're reducing is rare.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's that's an elite weight. There's not too many people that do that. But yeah, CrossFit was designed to hurt people, guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So just shot the video. I wanted to switch gears on us real quick because Alex Ardenti needs to get a shout out. I want to say thanks to Alex. Shot that video this morning, or not this morning, rather this last weekend.
You sent it to me this morning.
Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah. Thought it was kind of straight to the point. My best friend pointed out a few things in there because he's particular and just like me, and I agreed with all of his feedback. But what we got right now is a finished product that we're going to put up on the homepage for the GStandard Nutrition homepage, and it'll just basically welcome you guys and then explain a little bit about the products briefly, a little sizzle, and then get you interested. And then hopefully you guys will check out the tab inside GStandard Nutrition homepage. We're going to have a diet, or I shouldn't say diet, I should say nutrition planning tab in there. So you guys can go in there and you can talk directly to me through direct message, and I can help you guys get something set up for your goals. Just tell me what your goals are with your body, and we'll basically map it out for you. And then that way, you know, anytime you guys are purchasing and using my products, that they're working effectively. Because I'm telling you right now, there's nothing magic about this stuff, but it feels like magic only when your nutrition is spot on.
Absolutely.
Truly.
Yeah.
This stuff works like a miracle if your nutrition is spot on. Otherwise, don't expect it to do the miracle shit that it's because it does, man. It works. Both of those are fantastic. I'll tell you what, there is no bad mood when you're using that stuff. About 10 minutes after I drink that, there's no such thing as a bad mood. I love that.
You've got nootropics in there, right?
I do. Yeah, nootropics, and I also have the Mucuna Purina, or the black velvet bean.
Yeah.
That's kind of a mood enhancer as well.
Yep.
Also, for us Washingtonians that have like zero sunshine, right?
Yeah.
I put the vitamin D3 in there.
Yep.
So that's an automatic mood enhancer for those that have been deficient.
Yeah.
The CBD black is the other side of the pillow, literally the relax, the anti-stress, the anti-inflammatory, big dog. You got essential amino acids in there to help repair the muscle tissue, and electrolytes as well to help replenish and rehydrate afterwards. So what I typically do is that's 20 minutes before my workout with Go Red, and then I'll consume this.
So could you hop on the EAAs as opposed to the BCAAs? Because I know everybody that doesn't know anything assumes that BCAAs are the king.
But they're actually not.
They're
the
not,
king.
I know.
Yeah. And the reason why is because you're dealing with 3 amino acids, and that makes it incomplete. It's isoleucine, leucine, isoleucine, and valine.
Yeah.
And with the essential amino acids, you're getting the whole spectrum. So you're getting a complete amino acid chain. So it's going to actually help benefit with recovery and muscle tissue repair.
Yep.
So that's why I put it in there. And Jay Cutler did the same thing with his product. I'll plug Jay's product. I love Jay's product.
Yeah.
Cutler Nutrition puts out, he's got Prevail and he's got Amplify.
Yeah.
And I want to say Prevail is the one that has caffeine and Amplify is the one without. But I use the Amplify without the caffeine, and then his other one only has 125 milligrams of caffeine. We kept it really low dose because we're so anti-stim.
Yep.
If you guys are out there using products with 200, 300 milligrams of caffeine, throw it in the trash. It's garbage. You're killing your appetite, which is going to kill your gains. And what I mean by gains is lean muscle tissue, if that's the whole goal. I know you guys all want to get bigger and stronger. If you want to do that, you got to be able to eat. If you can't eat, you can't put on lean tissue, and you certainly can't lose body fat.
Well, and the late night guys too that are taking those pre-workouts, they don't understand the effect that it has on their sleep. Caffeine's got a 6-hour half-life, right? So you're 300 milligrams of caffeine at 6 o'clock at night. Midnight, you still have 150 milligrams of caffeine in your system.
So you're not getting rest.
None.
There's zero rest. So what Chris is saying, you guys aren't hitting REM sleep, and REM sleep, REM, is short for rapid eye movement. It's the deepest form of sleep that our bodies go into.
That's your recovery mode.
That's your recovery process.
Yeah.
You got to. You've heard of a Ranger nap, right?
Yeah.
Ranger naps only last 20 minutes, but it only takes 20 minutes for REM to set in and complete. So
Yeah.
if you can hit REM for 20 minutes, you actually can feel rested.
Yeah.
But when you're using that much caffeine, impossible, guys. So dump the 300 big caffeine bottles, get rid of them, and pick up something that's going to focus on what I tried to tell people this time with pre-workout, because when I was with Mutant, we had a product there that was really, really high stim,
Yeah.
and I had to use like half a scoop
Yeah.
or less
Yeah.
because it was so high stim, and then there wasn't enough pump product at that point.
Of course.
So it was kind of pointless, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So they had a separate product called Pump. Now Pump was killer,
Yeah.
but you had to take 6 or 7 pills, right? And a lot of people can't do pills.
No.
I can,
Yeah.
but trying to sell that product to 100% of everybody's impossible because not
Yeah.
everybody can swallow pills.
Correct.
Especially not 7.
Yeah.
So what I did is I took the same amount of Pump that was in that bottle that just got me so excited because I absolutely love that product, and then I put it in, with the rest of my ideas with the Nutrog mood enhancers, all that stuff, Pump, put it all into that, and just basically mixed my 2 favorite products and then adjusted the caffeine so that I'm not ruining my appetite.
Are you using that caffeine for absorption?
Essentially, yeah, because it's going to help with circulation. We'll speed that up a little bit, but certainly going to give you a little, maybe like a little wake up, like a first cup of coffee. But it's not going to stim you out to where you're tweaking and twitching and vibrating all day and can't focus. Squirrel.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen like that.
Yeah.
But no. So what I did was I tried to focus on the feel good and the uplifting, the mood, because I really do think that dictates mentally when you walk into the gym, good mood or bad mood. A bad mood doesn't always get handled properly on the floor. Sometimes a bad mood infiltrates a workout and ruins a workout.
Can cause injury too.
It can cause injury.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful with that. This is a good mood deal here, and that's why I like it. There's no bad moods with that one. So I love drinking that. 2 sets in, I'm so pumped it hurts, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then this one right here, I'll drink that on the way home after my workout in the car because that's going to help, buffer the time between meals.
Yep.
So that I'm not left without amino acids fueling the muscle tissue while I'm headed home. So
Yep.
yeah, and it also helps reduce the inflammation. And anytime you can reduce inflammation and cortisol and get those levels down, you're in a better environment for
Absolutely.
losing fat and putting on tissue. So
Yep.
yeah, that was it. But yeah, wrapped up the commercial for this. Gonna get that posted. Gonna get the website launched. We just got merchant services to hook up next, and then the video to be placed up on there, the nutrition tab. And then we should be able to wrap that up this week. I think we should be.
That's
good to
exciting.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to launch. It'd be nice to launch March 1st.
That's the goal.
I would like to. Where are we at right now? What's the date now?
25th.
Are we in the 20s?
Yeah.
21st. It's the 21st. So, yeah, that would be a good goal.
Yeah.
I want to shoot for March 1st to launch GStandardNutrition.com.
How about you just launch it March 1st?
I really should. We
Yeah.
got to make sure everything's hooked up.
I know.
But I want to. That'd
Yeah.
be the goal. But that's it, man. That's all I got for today. Do you have anything?
No.
You good?
No, that was.
You solid?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Tired.
Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us because, the last podcast, we got a lot of great responses. People were talking about, they want to see more of this, but give us topics. Give us something you want to hear about. We've got a lot of funny stuff that we want to talk about, but we're only doing these like half hour at a time. So
Yeah.
we can lengthen them out later.
Or we're gonna have a guest next time, aren't we?
Yeah, I wanted to bring Rod Love on, so
Yeah.
stay tuned for that, guys. We're gonna bring Rod Love on. If you guys don't know Rod, he's one of our members. He's been a member with us for a couple years now. He started out at the old location, actually.
Yeah.
Followed us over here, I believe, and when he got over here with us, he's just one of those guys that's like super, super consistent.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away about the guy, but he's a savage. He's a stunt bike rider. Like
He's from Chi-Town.
He's from Chi-Town. Yeah. He's just a really stand-up guy. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Love that about him. Straight shooter. His daughter is a gymnast.
She's a beast too.
Oh my goodness. I remember him telling me about her, a couple of years ago, and he's just like, yeah, man, I'm getting her into this. I've had her in this gymnastics program and all this, and she just excels at everything she does.
Yep.
So I'm excited to hear about that too. So for any of you out there who don't know Rod Love, he is a member here at G Standard Gym, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be highlighting members that we see that kind of stick out, kind of stand out to us. So hope you guys join us for that. Leave comments below in this YouTube deal, and check us out on Instagram. It's G Standard Gym, or GStandard Nutrition, either one. If you guys are looking to purchase any one of my products, you can DM us on either Instagram, Facebook, or you can leave a comment right here and I'll contact you right on YouTube. But I want to thank you guys for your time. Thanks for joining us. Anything, Chris? You want to sign out?
No. We'll see you guys next time.
Cool. Get your beard oil. Beard Detangler, Beard Balm.
And we got some oil.
Put it up in there. What up? We'll see you guys next time.
Cool.
Later.